Still looking for your last commandment?
Maybe I just want it too much.
Or not enough?
Thou shalt not fob the world while you burn. Nah, thou shalt gratuitously lend thy hammer and chisel.
What is your third commandment anyway?
Never make more than 3 commandments, unless the third one ends with...
Yes?
That's it.
Oh. Yeah, I get it. Oh, how about thou shalt generously lend thy hammer and chisel to strangers?
Ah, nice try.
How about thou shalt not fob thy world view upon the impressionable?
Definitely not. That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
I see. How about thou shalt not bore thy neighbor?
I don't know. Some people just can't help that. Reggie from my knee therapy class, for example, talks a lot about his work colleagues who I'm even listening to.
I would take the black one. The blue one? Okay. How about thou shalt never carve things in stone?
Oh, I like that. It's succinct, and it has that self-ironic nod and a wink that you only usually find in the title of hip-hop records. So, what do you think?
Nothing
We
changed.
should present it to the audience. He looks like someone who sleeps under a bridge, but then where did he get the curtains? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Hobo Moses!
Thou shalt not write things in stone.
Yeah, that's a good one. The perfect conclusion for the series. I think you should do another one.
Don't you think it leaves too many questions open?
Right. For example, what happened to those neighbors? They appeared in the second commandment, but are never mentioned again.
I thought as much. Maybe you shouldn't have carved it in stone. Now you need another commandment to reconcile you with your community.
I only ever wanted to be loved.
Need any suggestions for your last commandment?
No. This time I need a real vision. I want to finish the Tablet of Commandments once and for all.
And as your producer, I say never carve anything in stone. Here lies Rufus, savior of worlds, cowboy spy, butt model. Monstrous! I had them check and see if there was anyone else in the butt model business with the same name. Otherwise, I would never have printed all those flyers.
Everything's broken, as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, welcome to my world. Yoo-hoo! You there! Do you know the way to Kuvak?
Who, what?
Kuvak, a village south of Busa Westfall.
Doesn't really sound like the hub of existence.
Nah, it's more like the hub of hopelessness.
Whatever. It isn't here. It's at least 4 days' march to Busa Westfall.
It would even take a whole day in a rust bucket.
I don't have an entire day.
Then forget it.
There's nothing here.
Porta Rustica is a few hours upriver. If someone gave you a lift, you might just make it.
Before my chronicle leaves for Kuvak. Of course. Did you hear that, Goal? There's still hope. Now we just need to find my chronicle.
And someone who'll lend you a boat. Maybe you could find one at the fair over there.
At the what? I think I just found my chronicle. What are you reading?
An issue of Hats, a magazine about hat fashion.
Oh, do you still need it? Okay, stupid question.
Everything's broken.
Yeah, what? nothing works here. Looks like something's missing. Nothing. Looks like some...
Get lost. I'm closed.
Wait a minute. I know you. You're the Pipehead Man, the fortune teller from Portafisco. I barely recognize you, Baldy, with that hat.
You're mistaken. I've never ever been to Portafisco. And I've never had a bald head either.
Because it hasn't happened yet, except for the baldness. You should just admit that. But we'll be running into one another a few times.
Oh, so it's come to this. Now any old Tom, Dick, or Rufus can tell the future better than me.
Why so grumpy?
Someone's stolen my crystal ball. Now I can't see the future anymore.
Not even a little? You see, I have a question or two.
Then get me a new ball.
So, rubber duckies. Yeah.
Hello? Tch, what a dump. Huh, blank. These boxes are really practical. Keeps those already read magazines from getting dirty. Look, the current edition of hats. First, I'll arrange the boat. Then, I can take care of the reading material. A machine that scans for love. In my experience, as good as any other method.
Hey, son. How do you fancy taking a ride on the boat of love?
Well, I actually happen to be looking for a boat. I have to be in Porta Rustica before sunrise.
You can't hurry love, my friend. This trip's only for couples in love.
Oh, that's easy. I'm here with my girlfriend.
Whoa. I wouldn't have guessed you had a girlfriend, judging by your looks. How about you, sweet thing?
My grandma's called Doris? That's got an O in it.
Yeah, me neither. But if you do, just stick your photo in the love-o-meter.
What do you mean, photo?
Ha! You say you're in love, but you ain't even got a photo of her in your wallet.
What's a wallet?
No photo, no ride. Ain't that right, sweet thing?
I saw a cat that was like red and brown and white.
You said it, but don't be sad. You too will find your one true love. Here, take this sausage token as a consolation.
They only rent boats to couples in love.
Well,
I know, sounds great. But they want a photo as proof. This is probably the most nefarious puzzle I've had to solve so far.
puzzle. Don't you think that...
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. You don't know me that well yet, but I'm a professional when it comes to romance.
Oh dear.
First,
Yeah.
I need to find the 3 prerequisite tasks. There are always 3 prerequisite tasks. Just wait here. I'll be back soon.
That... whatever.
I think she's already found a boat and was trying to come and tell him because he's an idiot.
Hardly a challenge with my sense of direction. Ow! Even if I find the entrance. I think we need change for that. And an immune system that laughs at 20-year-old germs.
What do we got? A drain.
The door is licked up tight. I mean locked up. Well, what's that sparkling so mysteriously there at the bottom of the drain? No, just a tube. My reflection.
So I need to fish up that to get there to stop that.
Nothing works here. Looks like something's missing.
Ah. Okay, no.
Here, look. Looks like he doesn't care. Looks like something. Looks like something.
So I have to figure out how to move that thing across.
Nothing works here. Looks like something. I'd like to emphasize the eyes, but for that, you...
Okay, we'll try putting this thing back together again.
A photo of just me, not in front of this backdrop. That would give the wrong impression. Need any suggestions for your last commandment?
No. This time I need a real vision. I want to finish the Tablet of Commandments once and for all.
And as your producer, I say...
Okay, so...
sausage bot online. What can I sausage for you?
Yeah, right. So, what have you got?
Nothing. Everything sold out.
Oh, great. What am I supposed to eat?
You think you've got it hard? I've got a family to feed.
One sausage, please.
All out of sausage.
Well, I thought this was a sausage stand.
Please don't rub salt in the wound. The whole thing is humiliating enough as it is.
Yeah, I get it. The costume and all.
Costume.
But I want a sausage!
But there aren't any.
I shall complain to your superiors.
Please don't. You'll make mincemeat out of me.
Am I supposed to feel sorry for you?
I'm a poor little sausage.
Oh.
Connected.
Can you just take one more look?
Oh, all right.
That was easy.
Oopsie! Ha-ha! I won! That means... Wait, they're all blanks! Fraud! Scandal! Fire department! Well then, here we go. Ha! It worked! My homebrew magnetic fishing rod was still cool. Arriving on track 3, the Intercity Express train from Chundertown, Spewville, Barfington, and Upper Chuck Kingsley. Passengers connecting through to Herndon should please check the flyers in section 1. Stand back and exercise caution as your train arrives. Shit, not exactly a precision landing, but whatever. Time for the fun train to take a break. Well, isn't that just typical? While I'm doing all the work, you're having the time of your life on the roller coaster.
I would quite like to give you a hand. Unfortunately, I currently require urgent use of both of my hands in order to hang onto this safety belt for dear life.
I'm not saying I'm disappointed in you. I'm just saying that everyone has to set their own priorities. Here, take my hand.
But that's not your hand.
Oh, right. You have to let go.
I can't.
Yes, you can. There's only water below you.
I still can't.
All right. I'll think of something. You might, under certain circumstances, find this intriguing.
And what circumstances would those be?
Other ones.
Bingo.
Here, take my...
But that's not...
Oh,
think I'm missing something.
Hey, there's a ring in there. With a little luck. Ah, crap. This time I'm gonna get the ring. Damn. Here, ringy, ringy, ringy.
Of course, it's gonna be the fourth one.
Oh, come on, that's impossible.
No, it's not.
Ha! Now I gotcha. Surprise, surprise. Ah, there's the ring. Hey, stop! Oh man, that can't be true. Those damn wombats, they always mess things up. Man against wombat, an unfair duel. Hey, wait! Ouch! 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 Stop it! On the other hand, if I defeat this wombat all by myself, nobody will believe me. I should draw up an audience.
Okay, that's new. Well, he's not doing it again.
Look, the... Well, who would have thought? Apparently, balls, all the rage. Look, your hat is so out of style.
Hardly surprising. My issue of hats is over 10 years old. It keeps me sane on long nights in the desert.
But at what price?
Here, take it. I don't need it anymore.
It obviously didn't help you much. Don't you want to take your hat off?
No, you don't go running after every new trend once you reach my age.
Arthrosis of the hip?
Arthrosis of the hip.
Okay, that didn't really do anything.
Nee. Look, the more room for forehead wrinkles look is totally in.
What? Show me that. Hat model. Anscar Meatcap confirms. Bald men make a more potent impression. So, leave the sunroof open this summer. Well, if that's how it is.
It's the same color as Goal's hair, but this smells like patchouli and furniture polish.
Oh god. So I'm going to be making... That makes sense.
Unfortunately, that can't shame, really. I'd like to emphasize the... But for that...
Okay, I need some sort of eyes.
Just leave crumbs at my...
Ah, the gumballs.
I knew it! Like wine gums in a nostril.
Please note that wine gum should not be pushed into nostrils or any other orifice. Daedalic Entertainment GmbH assumes no liability for damages caused by the improper use of confectionery.
Dot, dot, comma, dash. Perfect. Ah, I know Goal's face so well. I could have drawn it blindfolded.
Now I take that picture.
Say cheese, Goal. Cheese, Goal. Perfect. Fits.
There you go. Yeah, it's working. Oh, I just wasn't paying attention. I've been trying to figure this out.
Almost better than the original. At least this one's smiling.
Now I'm going to develop the picture. Oh no, there's the photo.
I can do better than that. I look fantastic. But Goal just had to make a face.
Let's see if that works. I'm guessing I need the ring from the wombat. Getting frustrated with Rufus again.
1 out of 3? That's puppy love at best.
Okay. It's not a bad game, it's just the fact being that Rufus is an asshole. Oh, I can steal it. Good.
Look, extravagant hats are retro, and that makes them totally in.
Oh dear, that means I'm completely behind the times. Where will I get an extravagant hat from? Huh? What's that supposed to be?
A hat, maybe?
And a very extravagant one, too. Give that here.
Now that's classy.
Ooh, and it feels nice on the scalp.
Well, if anyone's an expert in the field, it's you. Look, the more room for forehead.
Oh, this monstrosity was...
Can you make a prediction now?
How? I still haven't got a Oh, I see. Oh, why not? What can I do for you?
I need a romantic picture of my girlfriend, so I can borrow a boat.
Haven't you got one in your wallet?
Sure, but I'm afraid it's not romantic enough.
Show me.
What? What's wrong?
Is that your girlfriend? I hope you are not planning to have any children.
Let's just read the future, okay?
All right, I think I'm beginning to see something. But what's that? A feedback loop? Quick, take it away! Take it away! Take it away! Take it away! Take it away!
Hello? Is this still part of the prediction? How creepy.
I think he crashed.
You always meet twice. This is number -1.
I have no idea. I think I broke him. I wonder if it's going to be that simple.
I wish Gold could see this.
You comfy up there?
I wish Gold could...
Okay, there's something about that. That's okay. So there's something at the start, there's something about there. What type of pudding? This is what irritates me. There are 3 different types of pudding.
Smile! And now very mysterious. I want to feel the vision. And now, like you just suffered a mishap. So, I think I got everything I wanted to see. It was a pleasure working with you. The future is a little fuzzy.
What is that?
A new purpose in life, maybe?
No shabbier than the old one, that's for sure.
Even so, forget it.
Okay, that's...
What is that?
A new purpose in life, maybe?
No shabbier than the old one, that's for sure.
Even so, forget it.
Maybe it's that idiot that I need this for. But what sort of custard are we talking
So
about?
you need a vision. Well, here's one you can have.
Aha! I can't make out anything.
Yeah, I know it's blurred. See, that's the temporal jet lag. The last time I slept is in 10 hours.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's marvelous. Being explicit only makes you vulnerable. It looks like a
tunnel out of one and the same picture. You can't make out where it stops or where it begins.
That has something to do with the
No, but
feedback loop.
Yeah, perfection! I think I now know what the final commandment should be.
you've got your creme castilla, which is using eggs.
Without violating the never carve anything in stone clause. Here, take my chisel. I have no need for it anymore.
So he wants something to write into stone, so that's easy.
Washable watercolors? Perfect. Now I can finally complete the last commandment.
No, when it says to custard, there are many different types of custard you can do.
Hey, boys, something's going on up there.
Hey, has he chiseled his beard to something again?
No, it's a new commandment.
Really? What does it say?
The last thing I will tell you, son, the show must certainly go on.
Wow. And that's what we've been waiting for all this time?
I'm so disappointed.
Do you also have a sudden desire to go back to Haldika to massacre religious zealots?
We should definitely reconsider reconsidering our lives.
Exactly. The show must certainly go on.
You said it.
Here, here.
No, I'm more curious about what sort of custard it is. Because it really depends on what you actually start as your base, and then work from there.
Hey there.
Are you talking to us?
Who are you?
We are legionaries.
We fought in the colonial wars in Haldika.
Now we're just lost souls swimming in the fishbowl without any purpose to our lives.
I can think of one. A little tip. Monkeys do it to get rid of their lice. You were in the war? What for?
We all believed in something.
Even if it was not the same thing.
Mike over there believed in his calling. Stocky believed in the market, and I believed that my ex-wife would stop bugging me.
What happened?
She managed to find out the Legion's telephone number.
Everyone loses faith in war.
Are you suffering from some kind of war trauma?
The war was hard and dirty.
Hard, dirty, and intense.
Where are you supposed to go when you've already seen everything?
You go on.
I hear your words, but you don't even believe them yourself. Perhaps we've more in common than what appears.
What do you do around here?
Kick it.
There's nothing more for us to do. That's why we watch that guy up there. He's looking for inspiration.
Maybe he will inspire us.
And anyway, we got a bet going on how long it will take him to realize that people can see up his linens.
You need a job? I can think of one.
Let's hear it.
We've been gathering dust for long enough.
To be honest, I don't really know if it's up your alley. It's about the search for a ring.
Go on.
A beast has stolen it and fled with it into the depths of a labyrinth.
Well, we have certainly accepted worse quests.
Certainly better than that promo job for baby food at Wrigley's.
What are we waiting for?
The time has come, my faithful companions. Too long have we allowed the powers of darkness to spread death and terror. Are you ready to raise your swords for the final, all-important battle?
Is that thing over there supposed to be the labyrinth?
I'll interpret that as an enthusiastic charge! Are you ready for the battle to end all battles? For the fight of all fights? For the cream of all creams? For the punch of all Judies?
We haven't spoken about our reward yet.
For glory and honor!
Did he say glory or slotty?
We'll have to chance it.
Maybe I should have got them all killed. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
The ring in his hand, he remembered the brave comrades who had fallen in battle. Ugly hat guy, the other guy, and... Did I forget anyone? Good, okay. I'm sure it'll improve Gold's mood a bit.
Oh, Rufus, you really are the best. The clever way you tricked that stupid love test.
You've got creme castilla, then you've got one that actually is based on caramel, and then you've got one that's basically burnt on sugar. That basically 2 have eggs in it, 1 doesn't.
Wait a minute. It is an option, but that doesn't make any sense. That's pretty silly. Ah, what the heck. For love! Get a star from the heavens. Check. Don't move.
Wait! What are you gonna do?
Don't move also applies to your drool dispenser.
I protest!
Ow, don't be such a baby. It's like tearing off a Band-Aid. Just with a hammer and chisel, that's all.
No!
If you miss the water, don't forget to roll... Oh. Ooh. Why don't people ever listen all the way through to the end of the sentence?
Why do I feel like he's going to be dead by the end of it?
Oh, look. Monsieur has finally decided to show up.
Well, who would have thought it, after you almost managed to kill me?
Ah, there was never the slightest danger. You were hanging over the river.
Directly above the site where beavers had constructed a dam out of rusty nails.
Ow.
Still counts as river.
I think I need a doctor.
Well, life isn't a bargain bin. For example, I needed a reliable assistant. And now, look in the mirror.
Okay, let's give her the ring.
Oh, Rufus, wherever did I picked it up on it?
So, what's your plan?
Porta Rustica is only a few hours upriver. If we can prevent your departure, nobody can turn back time in Kuvak this evening.
Could get very tight. I'll already be departing from there at dawn.
Now that's taken care of. I've arranged for a boat. All we need is a romantic photo of Gold and me.
And where is she? And what is that there?
The cast is up to the director, okay? You operate the camera.
Right? Ready yet?
Okay, let's do this. Nothing works here. Looks like something's missing.
Right?
Okay, just press this.
Camera ready.
Jeez.
Hey boys, good news. I've managed to persuade Pimpy. What the hell is going on here?
Gold, this might look strange, but...
Is that supposed to be me? What sort of perverted games are you playing here?
Well, I only pushed the button.
it's part of my plan to...
I don't want to know. Just, the boat is ready. Hurry up.
Women, eh?
Just shut up, Big Mac.
You were right. Love is just like the sea. Baby, just as deep and as wide, I agree. There are sharks, crake, and venomous
Well, his name is Pimpy.
Errors completely unknown. Lurking near the ground. But Pimpy, oh Pimpy, oh Pimpy, the clown will not let you drown. Promise, honey.
Come on, don't dawdle.
Don't you get it? We're too late. Look, the sun has almost set.
My other me left here hours ago.
Oh yeah? And then why am I in such a hurry?
Because you are a complete idiot.
It only took her less than an hour to actually come up with the truth. She's actually getting better.
How long do we have until the time reset?
Let's see. The sun has just set on Elysium. Root of Deponia's radius, plus the height of Elysium's orbit, I estimate about 2 hours after sundown.
Damn, I almost wish we were back in the time machine.
Well, actually my lab has everything I would need in order to...
Junior? You've got some nerve. Into my office immediately. Step on it.
Quiet at the kiddie table. The adults are talking.
Psst. Rufus. That's the dean.
The dean is a dwarf?
My name is Dean Angus McChronicle Sr.
Senior? Ha! Vice Senior's probably more like it. If that. McChronicle would certainly have told me if he had a son.
But I don't. May I introduce to you my father?
Yes, of course. And I'm the new guest lecturer.
Then why are you still standing around? What are you waiting for? To the lecture hall!
No, not so quick. I think there's something we need to discuss in peace and quiet. Hello, class.
Hello!
So, do you have any questions? I certainly do.
What molar mass does a chronoparticle have?
Anyone else?
How do you...
You don't define energy particles as mass.
3D and 2D have certainly become household names.
How can deterministic and non-deterministic theories of time be made compatible?
Not with a hasty reply, that's for sure.
Where is McChronicle?
Yeah, McChronicle.
Moo.
Boo!
Macronipants isn't here, and I have to go as well. Occupy yourselves for the meantime. All these theoretical questions won't help you in the real world anyway. Haldica wasn't discovered from a desk, either. Even your beloved McChronicle knew that, and worked on a real-time machine. You wouldn't happen to know where I can find it. Is this it?
Oh, that is just a tachyon compressor. It creates an anomaly that simulates interim time.
So, it's a simulator. Where can I find the actual device?
If McChronicle was working on something, then it would definitely be in his shed. But no one is allowed in there. The dean locked it and pocketed the key.
And that brings us to today's first lesson. The lock has never been built whose secrets Professor Rufus couldn't uncover. Write that down. It might be on the exam.
Okay, what do we got? We got a platypus?
Hey, stop that. The little fella's pretty aggressive. Probably had a miserable childhood. No friends to help him sabotage strangers' training wheels. So sad. A handsome little fellow. Coochie coochie coo. What we're missing here is an underpaid assistant. Shouldn't be hard. After all, this is a university. Come on, get in there, you. Oh, quit your whining. Your old cage didn't smell any better.
Oh.
So, pay close attention.
Mommy. I think I missed it.
Will that be in the exam?
Boo!
Take it easy now. Nothing can happen until I, press here, right? Aha! And what is that?
That's a temporal anomaly. A new layer in space-time that possesses all the known characteristics of interim time.
I see. Like a balloon, slowly being filled.
No. Not like a balloon in any way at all.
Why not? I like balloons.
What do we got?
Can someone tell me why the time is not proceeding?
Because your lecture is mind-numbingly dull. That's why.
How long is this seminar anyway?
All-day seminars run until 8.
What? But that's far too long.
It's already been too long.
Let's see what happens if I throw that through there.
That's already abnormal enough.
Cole, what are you doing?
What's it look like? I'm interrupting your lecture.
But you can't do that.
Oh, really? What are you going to do about it then? Have me fail the exam?
I'm trying to restore time here.
The time when it's alleged that I've fallen in love with you. No thanks.
Can you at least take your feet off the table and take your hat off? You're undermining my authority as a teacher. What's with the silly getup anyway?
Take a guess. I've made myself my own tinfoil hat, so that I will always remember what a complete and total idiot you are.
Okay.
Observe the take note and give me a good evaluation at ratemyprof.org.
Oh, we've got an albino
Here,
flapper.
kitty, 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 kitty. Stubborn as a stop sign. It seems I don't have the right bait for my platypus trap. It flows downhill, but it flows.
Of course it flows. There's the tower.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Oh, of course. You couldn't know. Oh, of course you couldn't know. It looks like two blind chickens wandered into the field.
Further proof, if it were needed, that eyesight counts for nothing. We are professionals in our field.
Uh-huh. Hitting the old junk ball?
Battering smartasses.
Oh.
Don't worry. He hasn't completed his training yet. That's why he's using the training bag.
Training bag? That looks to me more like a Drexican pinata.
Typical sighted person. It's not always about how things look.
But rather that it rains candy?
No, but that doesn't hurt, right?
It seems to be the university mascot. In professional circles, this kind of thing is called boomerang understatement. Huh. Photos of baby wombats. Deponia 4 walkthrough for sale. Hey, that looks interesting. You want to share my lunch with me? Love to. I'm hungry. Now all I have to do is find this romantic ninja.
Okay, so I have to somehow get them to hit the goat. Well, there's the key.
What are you doing here? You should be lecturing.
I just wanted to stretch my legs.
Then stretch them back to the lecture hall. And don't come back until the bell is rung. Go on then. Hop to it.
Okay, so...
plant smells like Lonzo's back room whenever that thrash metal band comes to visit. Locked. Anything else would have been a disappointment, to be honest.
Let's see if I put that on the
Hey,
pinata.
stay away from our junk ball training bag.
Training bag? That looks to me more like a Drexican
Typical stuff. It's not always about how things, but
rather.
no. But that doesn't hurt.
Irish Sensei.
Want to see something?
Oh. Yeah. Aye.
Oh, guess we can forget that, huh? Piñatas on Barbecue Thursday should be a tradition. And who did it first? Well, strictly speaking, those two. Oh, that must be McChronicle's umbrella. Always prepared for anything, always assuming the worst. And everything, as always, without any style whatsoever. Do you want to share my lunch with me? That part of the puzzle was easy. Now all I have to do is find this romantic ninja.
Okay, one of them has to be a...
Does one of you by any chance go by the name of Romantic Ninja?
Mr. Rufus, please don't.
You're Romantic Ninja?
How embarrassing.
Did you know that he's a romantic ninja? That according to this note, he bears the black belt in the arts of love.
I wish the ground would just swallow me up.
No, we didn't know that.
Moo.
That must be because he merges with the shadows of loneliness. Or so it is written by him. Luckily, I found this note because if you are threatened on the battlefield of love, which apparently applies,
Threatened? My katana's ripped your heart to shreds.
he offers the following. Do you want to share my lunch with me?
Here, you can have it. I've lost my appetite.
Thank you, Romantic Ninja. Your courage and generosity will not be forgotten.
Ooh, fresh sandwich.
What would happen if I were to hold this lunch in there?
Me! Time passes much quicker in the anomaly than outside. So, the sandwich will get old.
Well, anyone could have foreseen that. Now it's only good for duck food, and I have to cut my fingernails again. Hey, I found the scaffold! Good bait catches fine fish, unless you're into worms, in which case you can cut out the middleman. Good bait catches fine fish, unless you're into worms, in which case you can cut out the middleman. Let's see if this can motivate him. Yikes! What's going on?
Me!
Stereo monocle?
My name's Norbert, Professor.
Nerdbird. I can remember that. And your answer is?
The inflow of energy caused the expansion of the anomaly to increase. We are now inside simulated interim time.
And then all of a sudden, time just flies by.
Mama. She said only inside the bubble.
Correct answer, but points off for interrupting. Underbite Valkyrie.
Her name is Hildebrain.
Her parents were jokers, were they?
No, Scraplanders. She's an exchange student.
And I'm Daniel Glandular.
And am I supposed to remember that now, or what? Yippee! School's out!
Don't you want to turn the anomaly off first?
Lesson 2, never want to do something that somebody else can do. If it keeps working. So, the method's enough here. And, now?
It won't stop thrashing about.
I can see that. And what was that?
It's coming from your coat. The other platypus is crying.
All right, all right. Nothing but trouble. If he keeps working like that, I'm sure this story will eventually come to a happy end.
Shame.
Oh, just when it was getting exciting.
Boo!
Everything comes to an end. Get used to it.
And? Were you able to stem the damage that my son has wreaked upon those poor students?
Stem? I eradicated it. Which damage were you referring to?
Those stupid ideas about time travel, of course. Junior claims, in all seriousness, to be able to create time anomalies. He says he's built a machine in his shed that can travel back and forth through time. And then he holds lectures on the subject behind my back. Thankless firebrand.
Firebrand? He always seemed to me to be so careful, downright boring.
Ugh, I wish. Imagine it. My son, of all people, a dreamer, a fantasist. Yes, an anarchist. Please, Professor, don't disturb him. He should be given time to think about his mistakes.
That's what I always say too, but it's way funnier when you say it, because you repress your own mistakes.
Hands off! That's the key to Junior's laboratory. The whole place is contaminated with crazy ideas.
Okay, I need to get rid of him.
Birds don't need warning signs. They're free! Free! And if they want to fly into stained glass windows, they have the right to do so.
Okay.
It is so a pipe. You can't pull the wool over a Rufus's eyes.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that, but it's fun. Okay. Ah, bite me, you do it too.
My old pipe. That's just what I need right now. Oh, strong stuff, this tobacco. It reminds me of my college days. We were so crazy back then. So, Lala Cuckoo! Wasn't very good for us. We experimented with everything. With plants, with time, and with women, of course.
I don't really want to hear that.
Mrs. McChronicle was one hot chick.
Ah, too much information.
I was even more crazy than he is today. My mother didn't like it at all. She never wanted me to go to university. I was supposed to take over my father's business, the garage. Rocco McChronicle. He said playing with time would only end in tears. What my butt for my girlfriend. I was already 25. Oh.
You would explain why he's so young.
I?
I don't know. If you may, I may, right?
Sure.
Yippee!
At least I can get in there, find out what's in here.
Oh boy, this looks just a touch more complicated to me. Something tells me that for once, I'm actually going to require a little assistance.
Looks like a temporal field emitter.
Yeah, this is nothing but waste oil. Somehow I had expected liquid bronze. Yeah. As long as the tank is empty, no pressure can be built there. Something tells me that for once, I'm actually going to require a little assistance.
Oh yeah, there's a drain.
Ah, you're still here.
Of course, Mr. Rufus. After all, we are on the cusp of an epical discovery.
And anyway, there are junk ball jocks waiting outside the lecture hall again.
They'll have to wait. We are going on an excursion. Pack your things. We're off to... the neighboring building. Thanks, Hildebrain. Somewhat misplaced, but you still get a star.
Wow!
Cool. Impressive, isn't it? What is it?
Me!
Ah, Nerdbird?
Oh! An impulse-induced tachyon field generator?
Popularly known as anyone? Perhaps Chubby over there.
Time portal machine?
Time portal machine, precisely. Because it creates a time portal. But where? Sure, of course, the interim time. The turquoise tunnel, as we experts also call it. And now, for the master question, how to turn that thing on.
Turn it on? But,
All right, people, I want discussion.
That thing at the front must be the tachyon tank.
What, the milk bottle with the bicycle pump?
You need a substance that emits tachyons.
Ugh, by the smell, I'd say it used to contain fetid cheese.
And you have to adjust the nozzles so they concentrate on the thinnest place in space-time. You can detect a so-called potential portal with 4D glasses.
4D glasses, feta cheese, anything else?
You're not intending to open a portal into interim time, are you?
And why not?
McChronicle says it's too dangerous. It could perforate the whole of space-time.
Oh, hogwash. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. You can't win if you don't buy a ticket.
Will that be in the exam?
So if I... oil, drain...
Away with the stuff.
Change that. Again, it should go down the front.
And strike.
going on? My mucous membranes are swelling up. Oh, anaphylactic shock. It's my goat's hair allergy. My eyes are burning.
Bravo! You finally hit something dead on. My sense of humor.
Hey, stay away from our junk ball training bag.
I already told you that's a goat. Where do you think the bleeding comes from?
From my wife, of course. She's always bleeding on at me, claiming that my sports things are actually animals, nuns, or the neighbor's children. But how, pray tell, would a goat manage to get down here to the underwater palace?
Okay, suppose that it isn't a goat. Can I still milk it?
Of course, help yourself. But be careful, sometimes they bite.
Okay.
Who can tell me why it's a good idea to put feta cheese into the tank?
You probably built some 4D glasses and realized that the cheese emits tachyons, right?
False.
Then it was a trick question, because it is not a good idea at all.
Correct answer.
Okay, so how do I...
Uh-huh. Someone was chewing gum in my class and didn't give me any, except for the fresh box lunch. It's gonna rain homework.
Well, I can't see the sense in that.
Was that a yes or a no? And are you coming along?
Well, I can't see the sense in that.
Was that a yes or a no? Hey, these pieces of glass would be perfect for my 4D glasses. Just a shame that they don't stick together on their own. The gum is already much too old. And besides, gluing colorful shards of broken glass together with bubble gum? Ha! That's totally unrealistic. No way. Until my 4D glasses are finished, it's impossible for me to detect temporal anomalies. I don't know much about the production of nicotine gum, but I have chewing gum, and that contains nicotine. Should work, right?
Nicotine chewing gum? Oh boy, I've just realized that I've got the munchies. Wait, I'll just put my toothy pegs back in. Fantastic! Oh, yummy!
That's sort of a bit weird. If he's meant to be about 60, between 60 to 80, but if he's got the look of a mid-teens, how the hell does he actually lose his teeth? Unless he somehow did something with... It just doesn't make sense.
Ta-da! I present to you the 4D glasses!
Unless you
Makes
actually...
potential time portals visible and raises cinema admission prices by the power of 2. Ta-da! Makes potential... There's that mysterious glow again. Is it just me, or is the goat's udder glowing mysteriously? No thanks. Who can tell me what this is?
Hey, Danny.
Are those supposed to be 4D glasses?
It is a set of 4D glasses.
Is that stained glass from a window?
Don't touch! That is a highly sensitive, scientific whatnot. I see a kind of ring.
Oh, I know! That must be a place where the dimension membrane between here and interim time is especially thin.
Not thinner than your derivation, nerdo. Exactly, Hildy. It's in the middle of the machine.
Oh, good. Then we don't need to calibrate it at all.
Fortune has changed sides. Now the idiots are completely screwed.
Well, you're the one in charge. Of course it's...
Who can tell me why it's a good idea to put feta cheese into the tank?
You probably built some 4D glasses and realized cheese emits tachyons, right?
And now, the follow-up question. What color are tachyons?
She means pink.
Then it is proven. Feta cheese emits tachyons. Write that down.
There! The portal is open!
But that's way too small.
Maybe there isn't enough pressure on the tachyon jets.
More pressure. No problem.
Oh,
I'm a
God.
professional when it comes to generating pressure.
No, 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 no. Just...
Daniel!
Gadzooks! There was another potential portal hidden under the carpet.
What are we gonna do now?
Yeah, but who knows if it's safe?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
McGonagall!
Hurrah!
The tachyons must have spread out in the near vicinity of the portal. There's a relatively high probability that they have opened up portal to Kubat.
And how high is high?
Haven't a clue. 1 in 1,000 maybe?
And that's good?
Relative. It's the only chance that we're going to get. And also, one more than we really deserve.
Speaking of which, I still have to pick goal up.
That means the leap into the unknown without any guarantee of being able to return has got to wait.
No, I'd rather go get her right away. Goal! We did it! The guys and I have opened a time portal!
Wow, well done.
Don't be like that. I told you, I'll make it right again.
And I told you, go away.
Oh, come on, Goal. Take off the hat and...
Hey, hands off! I do understand where you're coming from. After all, that palaver with the platypus puppet theatre wasn't exactly subtle, was it?
Puppet theater? Oh, that yes, that was intentional.
But look at them. They're both trapped, without any hope. I'll never be able to escape my hamster wheel.
Wait, you think you're the platypus in the hamster wheel?
Of course. That one is clearly female. Look at her, she...
Ha! I knew it! There is hope!
You're right. It is the male.
At least she's now free.
Yes. Wow. Look how happy she is.
She'll recover. On the other hand, one shouldn't overuse metaphors. What's this?
Hey, give it back!
When did you do that?
While you were gadding about the fairground. What about it?
And you got past the lava mat with that?
Well, someone had to make sure that things could carry on.
But then why are you so angry? Because we're not together in the photo?
No, because we are. An illusion. A snapshot giving the wrong picture? Or do you think that at the end of the day, we'll be sticking that picture into our photo album? Everything here is going to have to end up being undone and reversed, so that we can save the world, so that there will be no Fulocks on Elysium. That's how it has to be, right?
No, it isn't.
Then tell me one thing that will still remain of our adventures. If you can do that, then I'm happy to come.
Easy. In the end, there's always one thing that remains. There, look at that.
Hitch crab?
Hope. It doesn't matter. Let's go. What the? What now?
Oh God,
That
how
looks
much?
like that interim we crossed in the time pod. But where did this city come from? And where are Goal and McChronicle? They jumped through the portal right before I did.
Hey you, Fulock! Get off of my porch.
Ah, a local. Can you tell me where I've landed?
In my turnip patch.
Wait a minute. Don't I know you? You're Glandula, the romantic ninja. Just old and ugly. How is that possible?
Are you trying to talk your head off?
Don't you mean, am I trying to talk your ear off?
Not if I got my gun pointed right.
Oh.
Okay, what the?
Where the hell have I landed?
Are you lost, stranger?
No, I have a photographic sense of direction and always know exactly where I am.
I think this is more
Just the
of when
land
exactly.
has been a little confusing lately.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean a thing round here. You're in interim time, a space alongside the past, present,
and future. I know.
I was gonna say perishable food. We don't have anything like a future here. Rumor has it there used to be one. The portal building authorities are digging around looking for it in the foundations of interim time. But if you ask me, it's just newfangled nonsense.
No future.
2 other newcomers passed by here earlier. They asked about the future too. Friends of yours, perhaps?
Impossible. They were just with me.
Maybe out there. Here in interim time, the clocks tick a little different.
I see they have a few more hands, too.
Well, welcome to Paradox City. My name's Rocco McChronicle. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to help you,
Rufus. And actually, I do have a couple. Rocco What the hell did you say? Are you Rocco McChronicle, the father of Dean Angus McChronicle Sr., and therefore our McChronicle's grandfather?
You must have confused me with someone else. I don't have a son, and if I did, I'm sure he wouldn't have become a dean. After all, I'm running a family business here.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. The last thing I need now is to accidentally prevent McChronicle's birth. You've seen my friends?
A sexy chick accompanied by a clever, handsome guy?
Not really. We were separated.
Well, 2 strangers certainly passed by earlier on. They met the old hermit. It looked as though they knew each other. They headed off to her farm, turn left at the town hall, and then continue up that way.
Hey, that's the time pod.
That there? That's been there since before I arrived. My father was going to repair it. That's why he founded the garage. Apparently it stopped being so important at some point. Like everything here.
I urgently need to get to Kuvak.
Doesn't ring any bells. Is it beyond interim time?
Of course.
Then you'd better be off asking the guys from the portal building authorities. They map the portals and know where each one leads.
Where the hell am I?
You're in Paradox City, the city between times.
Aren't we always between times?
Excuse me?
You know, present and future.
Yes, I suppose. Although, here we're not so much between the future. That doesn't exist here.
What does that mean, you have no future?
That's what I said. If that's what you're interested in, then ask the people at the portal building authorities. They're always talking about the future, and they're trying to dig one up from the junk beneath the city. Absolute madmen, if you ask me. We've never had a future here, and we've managed quite happily without it so far, thank you very much.
Ah, you obviously cannot help me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Okay, so... But obviously I'm going to need to get that thing.
You can't. Ugh. Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore.
Can you blame them with you around?
Yoo-hoo! I have a question.
Keep it short, I've got work to do. We're about to make the breakthrough into the future. I can already smell it.
Sorry, it's the excitement. What exactly are you doing here?
We suspect there may be a so-called future in sediment beneath the city. That's why we started to hollow out its foundations.
Aren't you worried that that could make the city somehow, I don't know, slide maybe?
The chances always offset the risks. The unimaginative rednecks up there have no idea what a rough diamond they have right under their feet. They see no further than the base that guarantees their apartments stay standing. I see 3 cafes, Martin, office spaces, and affordable lofts for fashionable high-income earners.
Such as architects working for the Portal Building Authorities, for example?
Exactly.
Any progress?
How could there possibly be any when I keep getting interrupted by such trivialities?
Well, I thought progress couldn't be stopped.
No.
I still don't understand exactly what that hole there is supposed to have to do with the future.
But it's so very simple. We want to attract a solvent clientele. Time travelers who are literally not born yesterday. A portal to the future who would put a paradox city back on the map. The saying goes, continuous growth through development in interim time. And we're creating the attractions for that.
You spit when you talk.
User joined
I
your
have to
channel.
get to
Hello.
Quebec one day before the end of time.
Wait,
Quebec.
Unlucky and unluckiness. We do have a portal to Quebec, but that's on the old Hermit's land, so it's not connected to the time travel superhighway yet. We've been fighting for that right of way for ages.
I'll let you get on with your work.
Finally! I was afraid I'd miss out on the future, all because of you.
What are you reading?
Hey, this is the future issue of Hats.
What else? And are helmets making a comeback?
No, sadly not. In the future, all manual work will be performed by machines.
That would be great. Then no one would have to work.
Why do you think I work so hard? Certainly not for the money. This job is so badly paid that I need a second one to make ends meet.
And what's your second job?
I write fake reviews for an ad finance rating portal that compares free comparison sites for buying building machinery.
Huh. If only we finally had machines that could relieve us of all these important tasks.
I'm not going to play with the siren yet. That's the hillbilly.
One step closer and I'll blow your turnip out.
But Glandy, it's me, Professor Rufus. Doesn't that ring a bell?
Professor Rufus? Yeah, that's it. He was the guy who's to thank for all of this. Just junk crabs and mites for years on end. What about him?
I killed him.
Well done. Now get out of my yard.
All right. Oh, there you are.
Howdy, Rufus.
You wouldn't believe who I met in the city.
My granddad. I know. He didn't recognize me.
No wonder. To him, you're not even born yet.
I guess I never will be. Even the slightest interventions change the timeline. In all probability, we prevented the birth of my father already.
Hogwash. I've seen everything possible and impossible in the last while, but nothing even remotely resembling a timeline. The whole thing is more like a fuzzy, knotted time scheme than anything else.
It's okay, Rufus. I'm doing just fine. Isn't it incredibly interesting here?
Yeah, very picturesque. But we have to get a move on. Don't you remember? Where's Gold?
In the farmhouse. But there's no reason to hurry. Here in interim time.
The clocks run differently. I already know. Still, no reason to take our foot off the gas. One of these portals must lead to Kuvak. We used it earlier ourselves.
Well, but
What's that one there?
That one? I actually expected a few mind-bending puzzles first, but so much the better. Wait here. I'll go get Gold, and then we can go get our future back. Hey, Goal, no time for coffee. Time to move. Wait a second. Am I counting right? Your goal? I mean, your goal too.
And you are almost as perceptive as when I left you, Rufus. Savior of the world, suicidal time traveler.
You forgot butt model. But how can that be? What are you doing here? Which goal are you?
She's the goal that you rescued from the future.
Yeah, and in return, she left me and Mac on Elysium, stole the time machine, and whoosh! That was the thanks we got.
I've not got such a talent for dramatic endings as you.
And you didn't get far either.
Yes. Perhaps I was a bit too quick off the mark there. When I arrived in interim time, there was no future anymore. The tunnel had simply come to an end, and the autopilot was steering me directly at it. I had to crash land, and was stranded. For us, only a few hours have passed. For her, it's been a lifetime.
Why didn't you use one of the portals?
The portals only opened much later. At first, they were all out of reach. Then the Deponians started to throw their trash into interim time. The time travelers also started arriving from all sorts of pasts. Most were stranded here like me. We built Paradox City from the trash. We tried to reach the portals, but none of them led to the right time. Then, when the first children were born, we realized that we had built ourselves a new home.
But now I'm here. So come on, What was that? An earthquake?
We've only had one of those once before. The time when the portals opened.
Yeah, never a dull moment around here. Don't run off. I'm gonna go have a look. Oh, come on. Where's the portal to Kuvak? And the others? All gone.
I think I have an explanation. When the tachyons poured into the open portal unchecked just now in the lab, we didn't only open the one portal, but also all the surrounding ones too. Portals leading to completely different places and times. As time passes much faster in here, they were open for years. A whole city was built whilst you fetched gold from the university. Shortly after you stepped through the portal, the anomaly closed behind you. In the lab, this was a blink of the eye. Here, countless minutes.
You mean this city only exists because we opened the portal earlier?
Really makes you think, eh?
Yeah, like for example, how do we get out of here now that the portals are closed?
I was thinking more of the moral implications. Well, what will happen to the people here if we restore the old timeline? Are we even allowed to do that?
I can't see any signs.
I noticed that too. You should get it looked at.
That really does bring a conundrum. Will it actually create splits in the timelines? Will it destroy timelines? Or will it actually... Interesting.
Amazingly, there was still a bit of antidote left.
What are you playing?
Deponia Doomsday.
You girls having a good talk?
Right.
I'm just telling Goal about your stamp cannon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used so much cheese.
Sorry, time travel is one of the things that interests me.
No, you're right.
You've become a sculptor?
I had a lot of time on my hands.
That
I think anyone
excuses
who,
some
who
things,
isn't
but not
interested
everything.
in time travel doesn't understand that.
Can I take that?
If time travel really
No, it's
is
not finished
possible,
yet.
what,
I can
what
finish
could
it.
actually
And just how are you going to finish it?
I can finish anything.
You're going to finish me off one of these days. Are you finished yet? Yes.
No,
Oh, we'll just take it then.
I will.
On your marks, go.
And finished.
Okay, what just happened here?
It's just the idea of the fourth dimension really intrigues me, and that's where I look at it from my perspective. It's an understanding of physics.
Don't
you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fulocks?
Well, I thought nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Don't think, soldier! It's war out here, and in war, there were only losers.
What are those trash cans for?
Hey, keep your hands off. That's where we keep the seeds so they don't go bad, and so the wombats can't get at them. Those critters are getting worse by the day, almost as bad as the Fulocks. I catch them meddling with the bins all the time. That's why I always keep my eyes on both sides. My wife says I've started to squint. It's a good job it's so quiet on the Fulock front. We're not equipped for a war on two fronts.
I created them from a rib, and now I need the rib back. I created them from a rib.
Wonder how they come up with the name Fulocks.
Peanuts. Tasty.
What? You've eaten Mikey!
What? But, oh no, I thought you were Peanuts.
Don't worry. Mikey was an ass anyway.
And we are Peanuts.
Sapient peanuts from another time. Delicious and clever.
What do you know? Can I maybe take you along anyway? The way things are going here, I'll probably have to make you into peanut butter.
No. To be honest with you, we wouldn't like that.
Let him speak. Maybe he's got a good reason.
A good reason to turn us into peanut butter? Oh yeah, true. He hasn't given us one yet. Yeah, why does he want to do that?
On principle.
Ah! On principle, he says. That's pathetic. Ugh.
Wrong answer, matey.
Well then maybe. You're right. Just forget I said anything.
No probs, matey. No offense.
Come back again once you've thought of a valid reason, you pillock.
We're out of Fulock soup. We've got toast and milk. And I'm also available on the cheap. My name's Rita. Are you single?
No. Yes. It's complicated.
Don't waste my time. I'm almost 40 and I'm a waitress in the city with no future. Do you really think I'm interested in listening to you moaning on?
Well, you asked. I just wanted to...
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Do you hear that? That's my biological clock. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
Do you have a time machine?
Do you think I'd look like this if I had one? Time machines have become quite rare. Maverick has an instant change, but he'd rather run over his grandfather than take someone else on board. And then there's Vince, but he can only offer deterministic time travel. Firstly, that's boring, and secondly, Vince smells of prunes. Otherwise, I only know of the old time pod in Rocco's garage. No idea if that still works. So, if you need passage, just forget it. We're all stranded here. The best thing you can do is get married as quickly as possible.
The portals are closed.
Whoa!
Thought so. Classic case of last-minute panic. Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often. I really should unsubscribe from that dating platform.
Boo!
Ah! Oh no! The Fulock soup! I'm gonna get fired for sure. My whole future depends on this job.
I thought there was no future here.
There is for me. My future self is sitting over there in the corner. He says that if I don't try a lot harder, I'll never be as successful as, well, me. He said I've got to save, work hard, and sign up to a pension plan. Otherwise, I'll never drive a sleek Instant Change 5. And then, well, it would all be for nothing.
Why don't you just make a new suit?
I can't. We've run out of Fulock ribs. Oh, man. What a disaster.
That time traveler apparently comes from a completely different ethnic background. This is where my respect for foreign cultures and my diplomatic tact come into play.
He's gonna hit him.
Ooga, ooga.
Good day, sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. May I introduce myself? My name is Ung.
Hello.
You understand what I
Smack him,
say?
please,
But
please,
of course,
please.
communication is one of the most important attributes for the profession in which I work. I'm a trader, and it would be a true conviviality to engage in business with you. I vend in medicinal herbs for a healthy intestinal flora, in exchange for vintage art from the Neolithic period.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Just please smack him with that club.
Is that your ride out there?
Why? Have I blocked you in?
No, don't worry.
Shame. So why are you asking?
Well, you left the lights on. If you give me the key, then...
Nice try. Not only does the instant change coupe make time travel possible without that bothersome time branching, it also has the automatically adjusting headlights since the 5 series.
That's a nice device. No two ways about it.
Every time traveler's dream. For a long time, I thought I'd never be able to afford more than the 2 series, the so-called buttered shirt, but I was ambitious. I wanted the 5 series more than anything else. I've slogged and slaved, shed blood, sweat, and tears, scrimped and saved again. And now that I've got there, the only thing that still gives me any joy is pushing around other people who don't slave away as hard as I did back then. For example, my former self, that lazy slacker. He should have served me a bowl of delicious Fulok soup ages ago. But do you see any delicious Fulok soup around here, huh? I don't. If he doesn't start moving my ass soon, I could be to a real ass chewing.
Do you own one of the time machines out there?
But of course, my young friend. I call it the retardis.
Why is everyone laughing?
Because they have no idea. The retardis is a jewel in the crown of time travel technology.
He said jewel.
Mr. Vincent is neglecting to tell you that his antediluvian vehicle cannot undertake genuine time travel. Only deterministic time travel.
You can't change the past with it. You're stuck there until you've recreated the condition of the timeline at the point of departure.
Huh? Don't listen to them. A trip in the retardis is always worth it. If you like, I can take you on a little spin. All I need is a portal map with precise space-time coordinates on it. Just ask the lads at the Portal Building Authorities.
Wonder if they're gonna change that.
Yoo-hoo! I have another question.
You stole that from Aladdin Plague.
Ask me, why don't you? It's only our future we're talking about.
I'll let you get on with your work.
Finally! I was afraid I'd miss out on the future, all because of you. Oh no, Fulok alarm.
Oh, again? Oh, that means we'll have to take another compulsory break.
No, it doesn't mean that. One can't keep the future waiting.
Why? Has he got somewhere to go?
Strange. I can't see anything. Don't you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fuloks?
He really earned the diversion. He really earned the diversion.
Okay, that doesn't do anything.
Just think. 5 different animal bites in half an hour. Hello? Respect? Ah, speak of the devil.
The portals have closed.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I already thought of something.
No, you are not going to get a jetpack.
Aw, man.
So the fuel lock alarm goes for a certain amount of time.
Hey, Rocco.
Howdy, Rufus.
Can you repair the portals?
Worrying, isn't it? But there's nothing that can be done about it. Portals have neither a motor nor any other mechanical components.
No. Then it's all up to me again. Are there any goats in Paradox City?
Not that I know of, and I'm sure you'll find something better to sweeten the time until the portals open up again, you rotter.
Huh? I have to get to the time pod.
No can do. It's a bit of a family heirloom.
Nonsense. It belongs to the old goal.
Belonged to. She left it to my father.
But that's...
You won't be able to argue with my granddad, Rufus.
Wait a minute. What are you doing here?
I'm a mysterious voice from your memory.
Oh god, now he's seeing voices.
Since when?
Don't you like it?
Sure, it's pretty cool.
Who are you talking to?
Quiet back there. Got a tip on how to get past him?
Not really. He was the most stubborn human being that I've ever known.
That's not a lot of help.
You are right. Sorry. Now I feel slightly silly. Farewell.
So what are you up to, Flake?
Are you alright?
Huh? Why?
Oh, nothing. What was your question again?
I urgently need to get to the time pod.
And I said, no. It's a bit of a family heirloom. And family comes first.
Yes.
What?
I thought... Then... Always nice...
Your behavior...
Ah, you obviously cannot help me.
Just a bit.
Sorry, buddy.
Let's see if I can hook him up with a waitress.
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste my time. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
What do you think of Rocco?
Rocco McChronicle from the garage. Young, athletic, a tushy to die for, put short. Not in my league.
But you flirted with me.
Not so loud. I don't want everyone to know how desperate I am.
One order of toast and milk, please.
Got any money?
Nope.
Then your girlfriend must be blind.
Busy here. Anything free today?
Yeah, a tip for your girlfriend. As long as she hasn't got a ring on her finger, she shouldn't let her man walk around the city on his own.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulok soup. We've got toast and milk. Any other questions?
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often. I really should unsubscribe from that dating platform.
Hey, Rocco.
Howdy, Rufus.
I think I know someone who likes you.
You think so?
Oh god.
Of course. She's just waiting for you to propose.
I can hardly imagine that's true. She would have said something.
Nonsense. She wants you to take the first step.
But by proposing to her, isn't that a bit too forward?
Women want to be rushed. What woman would get involved with you if she had time to think, huh? So go, go, go. Otherwise, someone else is likely to take her. And to the victor go the spoils.
But I haven't got a ring, and I haven't got a tailcoat for the wedding either.
You let me worry about that. Your job is to come up with the right words for your proposal. A little tip. Here am I, there are you, platypoo. Sometimes works wonders.
Oh,
but
god, get rid of it, please. how does he operate? It just...
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste order some...
I think Rocco has his eyes on you.
Ha! I'll believe that when he proposes. The last time anyone had eyes for me, they came in a bowl of Fulok soup.
How disgusting.
They were actually quite cute.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I really should unsubscribe.
Yeah, I don't feel that's going to end very well.
Whoa, Butterfingers at work. Gold's hair may have lost its color, but it still smells like marshmallow candies. Huh, that's funny and depressing at the same time. She's got talent, now she just has to use it. And exactly.
You know what? I'm starting to wonder, maybe we should just call it...
horse buck too. Of course it's a good idea. You're just getting cold. That's perfectly normal.
Were you able to get your hands on a tailcoat and a ring?
I'm working on it.
The architect usually knows in which time period to find what.
No spoilers. And
you know what? Maybe we...
horse. Of course it's a... You're just getting cold. That's perfect.
Were you able to get your hands... If you don't have any luck in Paradox City, maybe you could ask the boys from the architect...
No spoil...
Look who's back again.
Mikey's murderer.
Piss off, you dick!
But I said I was sorry.
Just screwing with you.
You thought we got sour on you, but we haven't.
We're a bit rancid at worst.
Have you remembered why you wanted to turn us into peanut butter yet?
For love.
Wow, now that's what I call a proper answer.
Oh, we'd be happy to sacrifice ourselves for love.
Yippee! Me first!
But one more question. How exactly does it help love if we're made into peanut butter?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know that too.
Let him speak.
I am so glad H2 isn't here.
I want to marry Rita off to Rocco.
Rocco McChronicle from the garage?
I like him.
Oh, a dream couple.
What do you say, boys? Should we sacrifice ourselves for love?
Yeah!
Yeah! For Rita and Rocco!
Come on! What are you waiting for?
Take us and make us into peanut butter!
For love!
For love!
For love!
By the way, we are wonderfully suited for the production of peanut butter.
And we're delicious and easily digested.
Good to know. Unfortunately, the butter churn is broken.
Oh well, postponed, but not abandoned.
You can do it, Rufus!
Hip, hip, hooray!
No, there's a friend of H2. She had let's put it this way. She has an unusual use for peanut butter.
Can you maybe fix this?
Not without tools, and I left those in the time pod.
Okay, then we have to find a way to get to the time pod.
We need to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah. This is a workshop, right?
Caught red-handed. Maybe I should have hidden the tools.
Fix this.
What is it?
What does it look like?
I guess it's an antediluvian cylinder head. As all of the time travelers come here from the past, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's not even worth repairing. But I do happen to have a spare cylinder in stock. Keep it. The first spare part is always on the house.
Funny. With me, the first always goes through the neighbor's window. What do you reckon, guys? Ready for a change of scenery?
Of course! Let's go, matey!
Yippee.
This is art, too.
No. But that doesn't... Okay. Yes, I will be doing more Factorio later, but I'll be actually doing a much more of a challenging game, because I only have one achievement left to do.
Occupied! You plan on being done in the crapper anytime soon?
Don't rush me. I suffer from severe temporal constipation.
Oh, it's this guy again.
Temporal constipation? Not perhaps temporal diarrhea?
No, I'm over that. But how the crap?
Surprise, surprise, huh? I recognized your voice. You're the time crapper. The temporal toilet tourist, who apparently has made it his mission to clog every toilet in the entire multiverse.
End times person? Is that you? But I've only just met you. You gave me this wonderful toilet paper.
The money from Cletus's suitcase. I remember. But that was my other adventure, a version of the future which no longer exists, as if a huge plug were clogging everything up.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, everything was flowing just fine. Now it's come to a standstill.
Exactly, but I'll get things back up and running.
Oh, that would be great.
My future is ruined.
No, it's taking up a lot of space in the seating area.
His soup. He'll get me fired. It's all so unfair. I should be the one complaining about waiters and having people fired. But if I don't get my hands on some new Fuelock ribs soon, I'll never be as rich as me.
That creates another paradox. Why are they creating so many freaking paradoxes?
Rufus, bring stone.
Interesting. The material used to create this sculptural opus magnum is clearly basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. My respect for the fine arts unfortunately forbids me from exploiting this aesthetic ornament purely for the purposes of my base commercial ambitions. That would be barbarity.
Rufus, bring things.
I'm sorry, sir, but I deal exclusively in geological travails and intestinal pharmaceuticals. It is, admittedly, an exotic commercial model, but in an era of international business, the medium-sized retailer can only ever flourish by finding a niche.
I wonder if this drill will do anything to this. Or if this will do anything for the drill.
The world isn't ready for this art yet, but I'm sure they'll appreciate it in the future. It is finished, sort of.
let's see what he does with this now.
Rufus, bring stone.
Interesting. Basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. I have at least 2 clients who would pay a great deal of money for such a rock.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
Quite right. Quid pro quo.
Here, this is sure to help.
Oh, that's exactly what I need.
Oh, 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 oh.
Very effective laxative.
Oh, thank you. Now I can finally continue on my journey to a galaxy far, far away. Take care, end times person.
All of a sudden, the expression dirty money has a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste my time. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
1 order of toast and milk, please.
On its way.
Here, the rest is a tip.
Oh, I hate this job.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often.
Well, I've got bread. So how am I going to turn this peanuts into peanut butter? Oh, you can actually change the music. What's that? This might work. Because I need those ribs.
Hey, keep your hands off. You'll contaminate our seeds. Hey, keep your hands off. You'll contaminate our...
Now it makes sense.
Oh no, fuel lock alarm.
Oh, again?
Give me something to shoot at. Hey, wait a minute. I know that sound. There were wombats in the bins again.
Come on now, show yourself. Strange, I can't see him.
Give me something to shoot at. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Where are you, you little beasts?
Give me something to shoot at. Give me something to shoot at.
Where are you, you little beasts?
Okay, so it's not going to be as bad as I thought it was.
Give me something to
You
shoot
really
at.
earned the diversion. Ta-da!
Fulock ribs! Now, where did you get them?
Where do you think? I ripped them off a Fulock.
I don't know how I can ever thank you enough. But if it's not asking too much, could you take the suit to my future self?
Sure, why not?
But careful. I think he's looking for a reason to get me fired.
Fulock soup, finally. Darn. That was actually quite alright.
Am I hearing disappointment?
Yes. Of life. I've grafted away all my youth to be able to afford an instant change 5. Now I'm old. Making other people's lives hell is the only joy I have left. Now, can't even manage that anymore.
Ah, don't be so hard on yourself. You can do it.
Be a good little boy and bring me some seconds. Maybe then I'll find the hair in my soup that will give me an excuse to fire someone.
That's the spirit. Are you sure you didn't leave the lights on? Maybe it's an electronic defect. If you give me the key, then...
Forget it. Forget it. The 5 series doesn't have any electronic defects. There may have been some in the 2 series. The old butter churn was even missing a cylinder as standard. Speaking of missing something. Where's my good-for-nothing past self with that Fulock soup? I haven't worked all my life to have to wait for my soup!
And? What did he say about the soup?
So that's what I need that for.
He wants another one.
Really? Oh boy. Maybe I haven't screwed up my future after all. Here. Fortunately, we've now got loads of this stuff.
Fulock soup! Finally! Darn. That was actually quite alright. Be a good little boy and bring me some seconds. Maybe then I'll find the hair in my soup that will give me an excuse to fire someone.
That's the spirit.
Ah.
And?
Looks like he wants...
Peel? Oh, maybe. Here.
Let's try that.
Waiter, there's a hair in my Fulock soup. Then be glad you didn't order the Fukaka soup.
Let's see what this does.
Fulock soup! Finally! I was about to get my former self fired. What? Wait a minute. What the hell is this? There's a hair in my soup! I want to see the manager!
What? How did you get here so quickly?
Oh, you're obviously experiencing a side effect of my new Instant Change 2. It uses a time travel technique that doesn't create any new timelines. All changes become immediately visible.
Didn't you just want to save up for Series 5?
Yes, but then my future self came along, completely broke. So, I bought the 2 series off him. It's quite practical. As long as you don't take pregnant women on board. And now that I don't need to save anymore, I quit immediately. My future self was probably more in need of a job anyway.
And what are you gonna live on?
I'll break into my pension plan, and then, well, we'll see. The future suddenly looks bright again.
So, that's your Instant Change 2 out there?
Yes? Why?
Well, you left the lights on.
Ugh, really? It's probably a problem with the electrics again. Damn butter churn. Ah, why oh why didn't I save up for the 5 series?
Nobody knows.
Here, could you turn it off for me?
Sure, happy to help.
Oh, at least they take care of paradoxes.
Ha-ha! Success!
Now...
all I need for that is my fingers and the car keys. They'd come in pretty handy here. Wow, what is all this stuff? I wonder if I'll be able to start the engine. Damn butter churn. That would fit perfectly, but why should I waste my new butter churn repairing strange cars without being asked? I'm not the nice young man from the motor club.
God damn it. It's just...
A genuine engine would be nice, but looky here. Surprise, surprise. It's short one cylindrical device. Poetry. That would fit perfect, but why? I'm not the...
Also,
Of course, I could use the engine to churn butter for me.
What did he say? Psst, don't talk over him.
I think it's about to get interesting.
Ah, you guys. I'm really gonna miss you.
Why? Where are we going?
Hey, is this some kind of carousel?
What? It's starting. Yoo-hoo! Yeah! Ow! Oh, no! Ow! Oh, oh, the pain! But why?
Your sacrifice will not have been in vain. Yummy, 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 yummy. That reminds me of the sandwiches I used to steal from Wenzel.
I'll give him back his keys. Can't give him back his keys. And that should give me the magazine. Then I should be able to give it to him, get the map, then use the map to get the retardus.
Don't mess around with that. If any of that stuff gets into my drill, it'll be you that's stuffed next. Don't mess around with any of that.
I'm quite sure he said he wanted a peanut butter sandwich.
That's,
I already cannot. No. In this highly technological.
You could say.
Unfortunately, I can't leave the machine on its own.
Yes, it seems to me that your presence is downright.
I tell you what, you can have the magazine if you bring
a peanut butter sandwich. No problem.
You said that before. Why didn't you?
Did someone order a delicious peanut butter sandwich?
Here, keep the magazine. Oh, and there's even some motor oil on it. Just like Mom used to make it.
Don't waste my time with this useless paraphernalia. I've got a future to dig up here.
Okay, not what I thought.
Let's see what's in fashion in the future. Turbans? Seriously?
Where are you, you little beasts?
Maybe.
Can you fix this?
I think so.
But it's not broken.
Oh no, quick. Recommend us to your friends.
Don't waste my time with this useless. I've got a few.
Yoo-hoo!
Of course. It's only our future would.
Do you happen to know in which time I could find a tailcoat and a wedding ring?
A wedding? And you tear me away from my valuable work for this?
What could be more important for the future than family planning?
Perhaps you're right. I see playgrounds, schools, kindergartens, and parking spaces for pushchairs right in front of the organic supermarket.
Sounds heavenly.
Just a minute. I might just have the information that you need, but knowledge always has its price. My informant would like to know, in return, what the new trends in hat dash will be.
Hat trends? What is it with the hat trends these days?
Can you find out or not?
Yes. Wait, there was something. Oh, well, that's easy. Turbans are all the rage.
Oh, really? That sounds quite far-fetched to me. You got any proof for that?
Of course. Here.
Yeah, that'll do. My informant is satisfied, and he actually knows where you will find these objects. I'll write the corresponding coordinates on the map. There. Now please, piss off.
Now, this part's easy, of course. Go to use the retardus.
Can you take me there?
Let's see. Yes, that should be possible. My old bones could do with a little bit of adventure.
Don't allow yourself to be hoaxed, my friend. There is no adventure in deterministic time travel.
Ah, poppycock. Don't listen to them.
Never have, never do, never will.
Deterministic would be good because that way you're actually allowed to find out what the.
Conductor, check. Tachyon concentrator, check. Hemorrhoid ring, check. Ah, I'm so excited. My prostate is positively tingling.
Tight squeeze your time machine.
It's smaller on the inside. Cool, huh? Come and sit on Grandpa's knee.
Oh god.
And off we go!
Oh no, not again.
You know this place?
Yes, I was already here once today. Or rather, will have been. The turban, the bowling polisher, everything is still in place, unused.
Oh dear, that does make things a little bit more complicated.
More complicated?
What can you do? These are the vagaries of deterministic time travel. When you arrived here earlier, we'd already left. That also means that we can't leave before everything is exactly as you found it later.
And what happens if I do change something?
That really does depend. Did you happen to notice a little pile of ash right where we're standing now on your last visit?
How about this? I'll get my things, and then try to get everything ready just the way I found it later.
That would be very welcome.
Okay, I'll continue this tomorrow. I want to go play some Factorio. Because I suspect that this is going to end badly. I'll be right back so that way I can upload this as well. This is not going to end well.